Sorry. Okay, so good day everyone. Now, as we begin our discussion on the foundation of executive leadership, it is important to understand that leadership at the executive level goes far beyond position. No? It is important to uh, actually, no, as I mentioned, no, it's just go beyond position and authority or title. Executive leadership is fundamentally about influence, no, responsibility, and accountability in complex organizational environments where decisions have long-term consequences. Unlike operational leadership, executive leadership requires a broader system perspective, no, balancing people, performance, ethics, and strategy simultaneously. So executives are expected to set direction, no, creating meaning and inspiring trust across diverse stakeholders. At this level, leadership is not reactive but anticipatory. No, it involves shaping culture, aligning vision, and stewarding organizational values. And this topic laid the groundwork of everything else we will discuss in this course. Without a solid foundation, advanced leadership concepts lose their grounding in real-world practice. No? Executive leadership is rooted in the understanding that leaders operate within a dynamic system composed of people, processes, structures, and external forces. Leaders are not isolated actors. They are embedded within political, social, economic, and institutional contexts that shape decision making. Foundational leadership principle help executive navigate ambiguity, uncertainty, and competing priorities. And these principles include clarity or purpose, ethical responsibility, emotional maturity, and strategic foresight. The executive level, leadership is less about technical expertise and more about judgment and wisdom. Leaders must integrate knowledge with values and action, and this foundation enables executives to remain steady and pressure while guiding organizations toward sustainable outcomes. Another core element of executive leadership is the transition from individual performance to organizational impact. No? Early leadership rules often reward personal competence, but executive leadership demands the ability to develop others and build, no, collective capability. So executive lead through systems rather than tasks. No? Their success is measured not by what they personally accomplish, but by what the organization achieves under their leadership. This shift requires deep understanding of delegation, empowerment, and accountability. Leader must trust their teams while setting clear expectation and performance standards. So foundational leadership principles help executive balance control with empowerment in a healthy and effective manner. Ethics, no, and integrity are also central pillars of executive leadership foundation. At higher levels of authority, decisions have broader ethical implications that affect employees, communities, and public trust. No, executive are moral exemplars, no, whether intentionally or not. So their actions signal acceptance behavior within the organization. Foundational leadership emphasizes ethical decision making, transparency, and consistency between words and action. And this is especially critical in times of crisis, change, or conflict. No? Leaders who lack a strong ethical foundation risk eroding trust and legitimacy, which are difficult to restore once lost. So, the foundation of executive leadership emphasizes self-awareness and continuous development.
Good morning po.
No executive leader is ever finished in their growth, and foundational leadership frameworks remind us that leadership effectiveness evolve as context change. No? Executive must be learners who reflect on their experiences, seek feedback, and adapt their leadership approaches. And this requires humility, no, and openness, traits often overlooked but essential at senior levels. So leadership foundation prepare executives to handle complexity without becoming rigid or detached. Now, as we proceed, keep in mind that every advanced leadership concept builds upon this core foundation. At this point, we will move from the conceptual foundation into a more focused and applied discussion. Our presenter will further unpack the key principles, the characteristic and expectation of executive leadership in practice. And this presentation will help us connect the theory with real-world leadership realities, particularly in organizational and supervisory settings. With that, I now give the floor to Mr. Cordova, Mr. Cordova, for the presentation of Foundation of Executive Leadership. Go ahead.
Okay, so good morning, Dean, and to our esteemed Dean, Dr. Marmelo V. Abante, and to our respective classmates, belated Merry Christmas and advance Happy New Year to each and every one. So I'll be discussing about the foundations of executive leadership. So before I will start, I will let please know that all your questions and clarifications will be catered after my presentation and after the synthesis of our esteemed dean as agreed during our last meeting. So the foundations of executive leadership anchors on these three parts. First, leadership as influence, vision, and public accountability. Which here is the ability to guide people toward shared goals while remaining accountable to citizens and stakeholders. So leaders dito, they strike balance between the shared goals or the company goals while upholding accountability to the citizens and the stakeholders they serve. Next is leadership as distinction between Next is the distinction between leadership, management, and authority. These three often um, mixed together or interchanged. But here's the distinction. First, leadership inspires and influences. Management administers systems and authority derives from formal position. So minsan po nagkakahalo-halo po itong tatlo. But meron po talagang clear lining or clear distinction itong tatlong salita na ito na sinabi ko kanina lang. And third, the importance of executive leadership in public service delivery. So as the law says, public office is a public trust. So how important is executive leadership in delivering public service? Because effective leadership ensures efficient, ethical, and responsive government services. So as a summary, in the Philippine public sector, as our dean said, executive leadership goes beyond authority and administrative control. Leaders are expected to influence people, articulate a clear vision, and uphold accountability to the public. While management focuses on processes and compliance, leadership emphasizes direction, motivation, and change. Strong executive leadership improves service delivery, strengthens institutions, and enhances public trust. So, next will be the leadership theories or the relevant leadership theories in the context of public sector. First, we have the trait theory, which emphasizes on personal attributes such as integrity, confidence, and competence that enhances leadership credibility. Next, we have behavioral theory, which focuses on leaders' observable actions, communication styles, and decision-making behaviors. Lastly, we have the transformational leadership, where this highlights the ability of leaders to inspire, motivate, and lead organizational change. So leadership theories therefore provide a conceptual foundation or conceptual grounding for understanding executive roles in the government. Trait theory underscores the importance of character and competence, while behavioral theory emphasizes how leaders act and interact with employees. Transformational leadership is particularly relevant in the public sector, as executives are expected to lead reforms, inspire public servants, and align organizational efforts with national development goals. Third on this slide will be the leadership and organizational success in the government. First, we have leadership as a driver of organizational performance, where leaders influence efficiency, effectiveness, and goal achievement. The role of leaders in employee engagement and motivation, where these behaviors shape morale, commitment, and work performance, and the contribution to effective governance and public trust, where an ethical and competent leadership strengthens confidence in government institutions. In government organizations, leadership significantly affects both internal performance and external outcomes. Leaders who motivate and support employees foster higher engagement and productivity. Philippine studies show that effective leadership contributes to improved governance, better service delivery, and increased public confidence in state institutions. Fourth is self-awareness as a core executive leadership competency. So as on a personal note, this really is the underlying factor of executive leadership. Why? Because again, leadership starts from within. A doer, a leader was once a follower, and a leader is aware of his or her strengths, weaknesses, and leadership style, wherein he or she understands or self-evaluates personal capabilities and limitations as a leader. He or she reflects, or the leader or the executive leader reflects on values, behavior, and decision-making patterns, where the executive leader examines how beliefs and actions affect leadership outcomes. And lastly, the self-awareness will serve as a foundation for continuous leadership development, where self-awareness enables growth, learning, and adaptability. Self-awareness allows public sector executives to lead more effectively by understanding how their actions affect others. Reflective leaders, excuse me, recognize areas for improvement and adapt to changing organizational and policy environments. Philippine leadership research emphasizes self-awareness as a key factor in resilience and adaptive leadership in the government. Next will be the emotional intelligence in public sector leadership, where this emotional intelligence will serve as a leadership capability. This is the ability to recognize and manage one's own emotions and those of others. The four key components of emotional intelligence are the following: self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills, which provides a significant impact on teamwork and workplace climate, where emotionally intelligent leaders foster trust and collaboration. Emotional intelligence as a whole is essential for public sector executives managing diverse teams and stakeholders. Leaders who understand emotions, both their own and of others, create positive work environments. Philippine studies indicate that emotionally intelligent leadership improves teamwork, reduces conflict, and enhances organizational commitment. How do we apply emotional intelligence in public sector leadership? First, by managing stress and high pressure situations. In this stage, we maintain composure and amid public scrutiny and organizational demands. Second is by building strong leader-employee relationships, by developing trust through empathy and effective communication, and providing impact by enhancing communication and conflict resolution, where leaders address issues constructively and collaboratively. In this phase, government executives regularly face high-pressure situations involving policy changes and public accountability. Every day, kinakaharap yan ng ating mga public sector executives. Emotional intelligence enables leaders to respond calmly and communicate effectively. Philippine organizational studies show that emotionally intelligent leaders promote harmonious workplace relationships and better conflict management. Next, sorry. Next will be ethical leadership in the Philippine public sector. So in every day, ethical challenges really occur in public administration, which involve issues regarding power, resources, and decision-making integrity. Challenge in terms of leadership as moral influence and role modeling, where leaders set ethical standards through their behavior. And striking a significant importance of integrity, transparency, and accountability, which are the three core principles of good governance. In here, ethical leadership is critical in the Philippine public sector, where leaders are entrusted with public resources. Executives often face ethical dilemmas or ethical situations that affect organizational credibility. Researches in public administration highlight ethical leadership as essential in preventing corruption and promoting trust in government institutions. Second to the last will be the values-based decision-making in executive leadership. So here, we clarify personal and organizational values where leaders identify principles that guide leadership behavior. They set ethical decision-making frameworks, structure structured approaches to resolve ethical dilemmas, and leading with consistency and accountability, where leaders or executive leaders ensure decisions align with values and public expectations. So values-based leadership ensures consistency and fairness in executive decision-making. By grounding actions in ethical principles, leaders maintain credibility and legitimacy. Philippine public sector research underscores the role of ethical consistency in strengthening institutional trust and accountability. As a summary, leadership serves as in executive leadership serves as influence and public accountability, where executives lead in service of the public interest. Second, self-awareness and emotional intelligence as core competencies. These are the two of the many essential skills for effective and adaptive executive leadership. Lastly, ethical leadership as a foundation of good governance, where integrity sustains institutional credibility and trust. Executive leadership in the public sector integrates influence, emotional competence, and ethical responsibility. Leaders who understand themselves, manage emotions effectively, and act ethically are better equipped to guide organizations towards sustainable performance and public value creation. So listed below are the references I used upon the pre-recorded video and the presentation itself. So we have the following for everyone's perusal. So if you have questions, you may chat that you may feel free to chat them in the chat box. And thank you for actively listening to me, with me, and learning with me. So thank you so much, and I now give back the floor to our esteemed Dean, Dr. Marmelo V. Abante. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much. No? Uh, Thank you for that insightful presentation and a very good presentation at the same time. No? The PowerPoint is very good, no? Clearer, no? So what clearly emerged from the discussion is that executive leadership is fundamentally about direction, influence, and responsibility rather than control or authority. So the presentation reinforced the idea that executive leaders operate at a strategic level, no, where decisions shape organizational identity and long-term outcomes. No? Leadership at the level of this level requires clarity of vision and the ability to communicate that vision consistently. Because again, executive must align people, processes, and resources toward shared goals. No? And this alignment is not automatic. No? It requires intentional leadership effort. The foundation lies in understanding leadership as a systemic functions rather than an individual role. No? Another important takeaway is the distinction between leadership and management at the executive level. While management focuses on stability, efficiency, and execution, leadership emphasizes change, direction, and meaning. No? Executive leaders must integrate both roles without becoming overly operational. So the presentation highlighted how executive must avoid micromanagement and instead focus on governance, strategy, and culture. And this balance is one of the most difficult leadership transitions professionals face. No? Foundational leadership principles provide guidance during the shift. Without them, executive risks becoming bottlenecks, no, rather than enablers of organizational performance. The discussion also emphasized the critical role of values in ethics in executive leadership. So at senior levels, leaders are constantly observed and interpreted by their stakeholders. So their behavioral sets the tone for organizational norms and standards. So ethical lapses at the executive level have far-reaching consequences. So the presentation reinforced that ethical leadership is not limited to compliance, but includes fairness, accountability, and moral courage. So conditional leadership frameworks help executives navigate ethical dilemmas with consistency and integrity. And this reinforces says trust, which is core of leadership currency. Another key insights from the presentation is the importance of emotional intelligence in the executive leadership foundation. Executive must manage not only their own emotion, but also the emotional climate of the organization. Leadership presence, composure, and empathy significantly influence decision outcomes and team dynamics. Conditional leadership teaches executives to recognize their emotional triggers, and biases. And this self-regulation improves judgment under pressure. Leaders who lack emotional awareness often make technically sound but socially damaging decisions. No? Thus, emotional intelligence is not optional but at the executive level. The presentation further highlighted that executive leadership is inherently future-oriented. No? Executives are expected to anticipate trends, manage risks, and prepare organizations for uncertainty. Conditional leadership equips leaders with strategic thinking habits rather than fixed answers. No? And this includes environmental scanning, scenario thinking, and adaptive decision making. Leaders must be comfortable making decisions with incomplete information. No? The foundation of leadership helps executive balance caution with decisiveness. And this capability becomes especially critical in volatile and complex environments. Another important point raised in the executive leadership is deeply relational. Influence at this level depends on credibility, trust, and stakeholder engagement. Executive lead across boundaries, department, institutions, and sometimes sectors. So foundational leadership emphasizes relationship building as a strategic uh, capability. So leader must communicate effectively with boards, employees, partners, and external stakeholders. So therefore, a strong relationship enhance collaboration and reduce resistance to change. Without relational competence, executive authority becomes fragile and contested. So again, the foundation of executive leadership serve as the anchor for all advanced leadership practices. They remind us that leadership effectiveness is built on values, judgment, self-awareness, and strategic intent. As future or current executive, it is essential to revisit this foundation regularly. No? Leadership challenges evolve, but core principles remain relevant. This topic prepare us to engage more deeply with leadership theories, styles, and decision-making frameworks in the succeeding discussions. It also challenges each of us to reflect on our readiness for executive responsibility. Okay?